NFL. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Seahawks and the Titans, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
The numbers for Walker last week: 16 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
And that score solidified his standing at the top of the touchdown chart. And right now, he's looking to finish this season strong with a few more.
23 yards the pickup there. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Geno out to throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Trying the left side with Walker. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Ballore, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
On 1st down, Levis. It's complete to Hopkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 1st and 10. Here's Levis. That pass taken in by Burks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Levis sets up to throw here. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season. But that first-round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2. We get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Smith steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter, you get points up. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Brown. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
And Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st down, Seahawks.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Walker diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half.
The kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Levis on 3rd down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Kyron Williams, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one, all tied. It was a strong first half with a former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Levis to throw it. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Still going inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
To Marvin Jones. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Levis out of the shotgun now. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakonkwo. 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again, they've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Walker with another carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 61 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
At their 48-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Running left is Walker.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Out of the gun, Smith.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a yard. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Here's Walker.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Walker once more.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
They'll try and run Walker.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled it by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Sticking with Walker on second down.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Here's Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas,
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That is caught.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
That's good for a Tennessee Titans.
Levis to throw once more. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now Levis.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final try here for Will Levis.
He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they